Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Let's get to the main page here. All right, now, so. Fun fact, my dad is Northern Irish. Interesting. I have no idea what my family heritage or origins are from. So I cannot, I can give no further input. Usually I'm a man who never likes to, or I'm a man that always has something to say, but yeah, I know nothing about my family heritage. It's quite interesting. What's going on here? Letcreate. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you guys are here, please let me know. Okay. All right, awesome. So do you guys want SBS today? Okay. So no SPS from Temp. Is that okay with the Letcreates? All right, no SPS it is. Yeah, no problem. Hello, Code Cracker. Great to see you again. $15 it is. Both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Players are off. No same piece sets. Let's see how these players do with no same piece sets. And I just got a notification that Adam went live. $30 Tetris setup for Letcreate. Gets it. Brings him up to 22. Temp. Currently clean. Tetris for Temp. Temp gets a second long bar and uses it to burn down the stack. Temp is not Tetris ready just yet. Alright, Temp is going to bring the well back to the right side. Currently at 65,000. Letcreate 67. Pretty close so far early in this game. Camera died on Letcreate's side, but don't worry about it. So Temp is using he's using a different version of Tetris Gym. Temp has explained that to me before, and I forget exactly which one, but with this model one, it has a completely different color scheme, which is very interesting because there are a lot of different mods for this game, and I believe Temp's mod is very unique because I have never seen it anywhere else actually. Maybe Temp can shed some light on the mod once the game's over. Temp currently at 183, Letcreate 157. Still pretty close game so far. Only separated by 2,000 points. Letcreate with 2 long bar dependencies. Fills one in. now is in a much better situation. Now needs a square, fills in this, or plugs the square hole as soon as a square comes. Vintage Tetris right there. Alright, so Letcreate reopens the well, gets the Tetris. Tetris for Letcreate, 205. Needs a T, gets a T. Reopens the well again, Letcreate. And then gets a Tetris, 225. So Letcreate's board is clean. Temp's board, a little bit spiky, but and has a long bar dependency, but is going to be able to get the initial long bar to fill in that long bar dependency. Gets to J to fill in the JL dependency, and now needs. I was going to say a T would be ideal, but I believe that was a J and S. Also works as well. And Temp gets a Tetris. 253 Temp. Letcreate on to level 16 at 290. Letcreate almost breaking 300k on the, heading on to level 17 pretty soon. Meanwhile, Temp is 7 lines away from level 16 transition. So Letcreate is ahead by lines, is ahead of line in lines by 17. So if my math is correct, Temp does have the pace lead. Currently at 290, 2 lines away, Temp from the level 19 or level 16 transition. Goes into level 16 with a VIT setup. Has to plug it though. Board kind of precarious for Temp. How will Temp handle this? Not getting the right pieces to fill in the dependencies. Temp is getting kind of dangerous, and that mischief of that piece is probably going to be the end for Temp, and that's exactly is going to be the case. Temp tops out at 314. Letcreate, you're good for game number 1. GG's. Where's my water? Here it is. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. So Temp is going to be choosing 12. There we go. Letcreate is back. All right, both players are ready. Both are on level 12. Let's get started for game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Letcreate starting off with a couple pushdown points. A lot of them, actually. A lot of them in counting. Over 100 at least. Letcreate is very comfortable with level 12. I'm trying to see what Letcreate's playstyle is. It looks like tapping of some sort. Letcreate currently at 49,000, 50 exactly actually. But that 50k is going to turn to 50, 62, and on with all the pushdown points that Letcreate's going to be doing. Temp currently at 36,000, and that explains why Letcreate was ahead by 17 lines. Is because he was pushing down, and I didn't even realize it. That makes sense. So Temp currently at 54. Board is clean. High left for Temp and a jail dependency. How will Temp handle this? Nice tuck of the S. And Temp is almost Tetris ready, and just like that, Temp is Tetris ready and gets to Tetris. Currently, brings him up to 71. Letcreate currently at 120, but is over 20 lines ahead. I lied. 35, 45. 13 lines ahead. Temp trying to preserve that well. Not getting the right pieces to do so. Might be forced to create long part dependency, and that's exactly what Temp does. Really, the only option was to... Well, I mean, I don't know if that was the only option, but for Temp, it makes sense to put the long bar in, or to create the long bar dependency. Temp currently at 95. Letcreate 186. 2/3 of the way there to level 16, level 13 transition. Another Tetris for Letcreate 204. 25 lines away from the level 13 transition. Meanwhile, Temp is a little under 50 until the level 13 transition. But let's see if Temp will get there. Temp's board is kind of messed up. High, very dependent. Oh, that long bar almost didn't make it. Temp. Oh, Temp in a very tough situation right now. Oh, misplacement of that Z is going to be end for Temp for game number 2. Tops out at 117. Letcreate, you're good for game number 2. GG's. So, Letcreate gets game number 2. And it's match point. Whenever you guys are ready, just let me know. Letcreate chooses 15. Temp is ready. Once we get ready from... Okay, both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 3 at match point. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I might be joining you guys in the next bronze division based off of how well, or how, well, I should say not as how poorly I'm doing in silver. I'm looking at the players I have to verse. I'm looking at how I'm performing in general. And I've come to the conclusion that maybe my life in silver is not going to last for too much longer. So I feel pretty confident I'm going to be seeing you guys pretty soon, especially well, at least at some point. And it's not because I didn't try. You know, I'm just losing a lot of close games. That's really the main thing. Things would have been totally different had I, won all my deciders, which, by the way, I had what was it, 4 deciders, and I lost all of them. It's a real shame. I blew it. But score check really quick. Temp currently at 84, Letcreate 123. Letcreate stacking looking pretty good. Burning when need to. Keeping the board clean. Temp doing the same thing as well. But just getting unfavorable pieces that's really hurting him. I'm curious to see, had Temp and Letcreate chosen same piece sets, how this match would, how different this match could be. Because when I look at Temp's pieces, it just seems like Temp's just getting all the wrong pieces at all the wrong times. So who knows? Who knows what or how the gods are treating this game. Temp currently at 150, Letcreate 214, and so Letcreate at 70 lines, Temp at 55 lines. Looks like Letcreate is pushing down for level Letcreate's pushing down even on level 15. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually. I mean, the strategy is working out for Letcreate, but I haven't seen anything like that. Ooh, 2 misdrops for Temp. It's going to put his board in a very dangerous situation, and that misplacement of the J will end game number 3 in the set. GG's. Tops out at 176. Letcreate miles ahead with all those pushdown points. GG's to both players. That That sucks. Let's reset and start set number 2. Both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 1 of set number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Temp starting off with pushdown points this time, 8 to be exact. Letcreate, 129 and counting. Letcreate was patient with that T-tuck. Had he rushed it, that could have been not a serious misdrop, but misdrop nonetheless. Letcreate currently at 19,000. Temp 31. Tetris for Temp 62. Letcreate 38, which is surprising. I didn't notice. No, Letcreate is still pushing down, but it's nonetheless behind. I wonder how that happened. Misdrop for Letcreate. Possibly just there's no good place for that Z. It's going to try to burn it away. But it's going to put Letcreate in probably his first stake of the game. Letcreate fills in the long bar dependency. There was a placement for that square in columns 4 and 5. Size put to columns 9 and 10. That placement, I understand why Letcreate did that. It was to prevent further weight on that hole in column 5, but caused some probably that placement prolonged the dig for Letcreate. So interesting choice from Letcreate, but nonetheless, Letcreate is along whatchamacallit, where that play in particular is long gone. Letcreate currently at 93,000, temp 132. Temp has the tuck set up. Temp gets J. Temp trying to bring down the stack. Might go dirty? No. Temp currently at 143. Letcreate 127. Parity on Letcreate's board, kind of an issue, but it's taking care of it. Letcreate is Tetris ready, and a top out from Temp. Oh, I don't even know what it looks like. A diving board has happened, or Temp whatchamacallit, produced a diving board and tops out at 143. So Letcreate, you're good for game number 1. GG's. Or how do I explain that? Looks like a failed rotation of the eyepiece, which created a diving board. That's what I wanted to say. You would think it would be so simple. I've done that before. Oh. So, Letcreate gets game number 1? Yeah, this is game number 1 of set number 2. And I forgot to write down the time of... I'm just going to say 7... It was 7:15. Why not? All right, both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 2. Let's see what Temp can do to bring this set back to a tight set. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Single burn and push down points. 2 burns for Letcreate. Sorry, Letcreate, if I'm butchering your name. Temp with a couple push down, or with a couple of what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, push down points. Yeah, hasn't gotten the Tetris yet. Now gets the Tetris. Temp goes up to 27. Meanwhile, Letcreate uses that long bar not for a Tetris and immediately misdrops. That's just annoying for Letcreate. Nice T-burn from Letcreate. And Tetris for Letcreate. 71. Temp. 67. Another Tetris for Temp. 86. Letcreate in a bit of a spicy situation. It's not Tetris ready, unfortunately. Okay, skimming this down, Letcreate. Just going to burn it all down, actually. He's going to build from row 2. Multiple long bar dependencies for Letcreate and A lot of holes as well. Another dig for Letcreate. Meanwhile, Temp currently at 154 in the lead by a little over 50. So on Letcreate's side, his board is just filled with holes, and Temp's board was spiky, but is flattening it out. Jail dependent Temp, but gets the J. Single hole in Temp's board. Hole is exposed and gets the T to fill it in immediately. Oh, there was adjustment to put the J in columns 1 and 2 upright, and then with the next piece, and with the long bar coming, fill in that long bar dependency that would have formed, and that placement could have got Temp out of a dig more quickly, but was unfortunately not able to see that adjustment quickly enough. Temp currently at 226, Letcreate 196. Letcreate already on level 16. Was digging, or was not digging, but was using a lot of pushdown points early on in the game, so no surprise that Letcreate is already on level 16 at this point. Although Letcreate's left side of the board or right side of the board is kind of messed up. Can't get the long bar over. I don't think anything can get to the far left, and that's a negative. Letcreate tops out at right under 200k, so Temp, you're good for game number 2. GG's. So it is a tied set. Doesn't matter. Letcreate's already going to silver. Oh. Well, GG's to Letcreate. Alright, both players are ready. Level 12 is the selection. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Is there any chance of a promotional spot, or a conditional promotional spot for you, Temp? After this game, you can get back to your not. It doesn't matter at this point. Letcreate currently at 16. He gets his first touches to the game. Temp currently at 31. Interesting placement for Temp. Let's go any specific pieces to... Oh, I think Temp was attempting a S-spin there, but was not able to get it. Temp currently at 34. The recovery from that misrotation is going to cost Temp a couple lines, but it's not going to be too bad. Not sure about that placement either from Temp to put that that long bar in column 8. I'm not sure that was a mischief or that was on purpose. Not too sure what the... Yeah, not really sure what the plan was there. Temp currently at 52. Letcreate 118. Temp currently at 75. Letcreate 156. Is ahead though in line count again because of the push down points. Temp is long bar dependent. So both players are clean and are Tetris ready. Tetris for Temp and Tetris for Letcreate. Nice adjustment for Temp to create the long bar dependency, knowing that the long bar was next. So the Letcreate almost to level 13 transition. Currently at 256. So with a double, Letcreate goes in levels 13 at 291. Letcreate still has 21 lines until he goes into transition. Temp. Let's see how far Letcreate will go. Nice adjustment for Letcreate. Saw long bar was coming and knew he was Tetris ready, so the original placement for that long bar was in columns 1 and not 1 and 2. Was in column like 5 or 6, and decides to pull it all the way to column 10 and got Tetris from it. Temp currently at 238, 11 lines away to level 13. Letcreate 354. Letcreate with a double. Tetris for Letcreate. Letcreate's still pushing down despite it being level 18. Yeah, level 18 speeds and still Letcreate's pushing down. Interesting. Ooh, a couple of death drops for Temp. Temp gets double. Trying to get access to these holes will, but creates more holes in the process. On level 14. Wells open. Needs a long bar right now to get some relief. No good place for that S. Has to throw it to the far right. Nice tuck though. And that's going to be for Temp. Temp tops out 284. Letcreate already on level 19 and is over 200 points ahead. We'll take game number 3. GG's. Let's see how far Letcreate will go. Oh, you were doing so well, Letcreate. All right, we're sticking with 12. Both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 4 in the set. Or 4 and game match point, I should say. In 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You know, I should have had coffee earlier today. And boy, do I regret not getting coffee. And I got a long day tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be painful. Temp currently at 16,000. Letcreate 33. According to Temp, Letcreate has already secured his spot in silver. So we're really excited to see what Letcreate can do in silver. Excuse me. And for Temp, sounds like he's going to be in bronze for the season. Might see him. Based on, like I said before, my season's not going too well. I really don't. I just don't think I'll be able to squeak by via getting the points necessary to avoid the promotional relegation or getting second to last place. I just don't see it. Something's not, like, I'm playing my best. I don't know. It's just something's not clicking. And I'm going to be relegated for it, but that's okay. Letcreate currently at 115, Temp 52. Oh wait, what am I saying? I'm not well, before I continue that. Temp Temp's right side of the board is kind of messed up. Oh, a lot of misplacements. A lot of misdrops. That's what I was looking for. Temp tops out at 55. Letcreate, you're good for game number 4 in the set. GG's. Nice O-spin. So that's it for me. I'll go report this. I have to report your guys' matches and the match I did before. You might not see me in bronze if I fail to qualify for Classic Tetris Wars. I may quit Tetris as a player. Okay. I know you've been talking about that for a while. Well, I hope I don't see you go, of course. But if so, I'll definitely see you around in the commentary scene. And I just remembered too, like, I'm not going to be going into bronze because I'm taking a break from comp myself. All that's going to be, I'm going to be taking a break for at least a couple months. Of course, I have to do CTWC and I need to finish or I want to qualify for CTWC, the Philly Regional. I want to do that as well. But after that, I'm taking a break from comp altogether because I just need to reset. I need to work on my game before I start attempting to go back to silver, because my game currently is not good enough for silver, and that's something I need to work on. I'm excited to take a break and to work on that. But yeah, that's it for me. I will go report this, and I hope everyone has a good one. Bye now.